is the 10th and final journal entry for me, Mara Hauer, during this gathering of the Everlight Veneration on the eve of the advent of Convergence. I have been given 2 final writing assignments to complete in my sacred texts. Answer these questions. If you could choose the way in which you died, which way would you choose? If you could choose the age to which you lived, which age would you choose?
Who is it? It's Gina and Dorothy.
Come in. What's going on?
Well, we escaped our rooms and thought we'd come see you.
But we're not supposed to meet outside of the teachings. We could get in trouble.
Don't worry, no one saw us. Besides, who's going to fault us for wanting to be a little social for a change?
Yeah, it would be nice to have a normal conversation for once. Have a seat. I was just working on my writing assignments for tonight.
Right, just finished mine up. Interesting question to think about for sure.
I guess I still have to take care of that. You know, as much as I love the Enlightenment, I'll be happy when I don't have to do any more spiritual homework assignments.
I love doing mine.
Same here.
So can you tell me how you want to die?
When I'm old, I want to be swept out to sea.
Well, it's kind of a long story, but I want my death to be the punchline to a cosmic joke.
Interesting answer. For me, I just know I'd hate to die in that godforsaken desert tomorrow. But I guess he does something like this every year. I hear that he's used what the Apaches call Scorpion Way on people. It's where you endure 4 stings of the scorpion, 1 in each hand and foot.
Is that true?
Well, actually, my husband Mark was on that refuge. Mark started following Taalius 2 years ago and went on that refuge last year, and it transformed him. Well, I mean, he still said the stings hurt like crazy, and he suffered wild hallucinations, but came back from the refuge changed.
I've done a lot of difficult spiritual work, but I can't help but feel scared about tomorrow. I fasted too, but this time, for some reason, I'm feeling drained.
Spiritual enlightenment isn't supposed to be easy.
That's true. Maybe it's just my age catching up with me.
Well, I definitely appreciate Taalius and everything that he's doing, but on this trip I feel like they're trying to sell me a spiritual timeshare. A vacation condo for the afterlife.
Keep your voice down. Someone might be walking by, and don't say that. Taalius is an amazing man, a modern prophet, really. Everything he says, everything he does just changes my perceptions in some way.
I've seen a lot of other gurus, and although he has his ego, I'm sure he's the real deal. You don't seem as convinced, though, even after all we've been through.
I wanted to give this a shot. I tried everything else.
Are you talking about religion?
No. I mean, yes. Like a salvation. Or in another word, therapy. My husband suggested that I try this to make peace with myself like he did. He wants me to forgive myself.
For what?
Well, I might as well just be out with it. You see, my husband and I, we lost one of our sons. It was about 5 years ago. I was giving my 9-month-old Drake a bath. It was just the 2 of us in the house. My husband took our older son Miles to the store to get ice cream, and Nanny was on vacation. So the phone rang, and I went to get it, and it was a friend of mine who called out of the blue. I mean, it had been years since we talked. I lost track of time. I went back to the bathroom.
Gina May, you don't have to tell us anything else.
It's been 5 years. Drake would have already started kindergarten, and instead I'm left here. I have not forgiven myself. I have not found peace. It was so stupid. It was so fucking stupid.
forgive myself for?
Trust me, this is worse.
Is that why you're here? To forgive yourself? To find inner peace?
Both of those things, more or less.
Well, you have to believe that the advent tomorrow is going to change everything. Do you think that?
I don't know what I think. I just know that I want this out of me. This boulder of shame that I carry in my gut. I've had dreams of cutting myself open and pulling out this chunk of rock. And there's this stench.
Mother's grief is the heaviest of burdens.
Now, what about the two of you? Do you believe that tomorrow will change everything for you?
I do. Yes.
Definitely.
How? How do you want it to? I mean, what's your answer to the second question?
Well, this may sound crazy, but when I was a teenager, I discovered I had a gift. I could hold someone's hand and see parts of their future. I could even fold my own hands in prayer and catch glimpses of my future.
Well, with that kind of power, what are you doing on a refuge like this? You should be leading your own.
Well, those powers no longer exist. Eventually, I met up with a man who nicknamed himself the Celestial Jester. The name came from how he liked to tell what he called cosmic jokes. And the two of us had this idea that when we died, the whole world would be let in on a joke. Not a joke in a ha-ha way, but more of a big secret. That's where my death being the punchline to a cosmic joke comes in. Anyway, the two of us married and moved to Sedona, where we set up a psychic business, and also one where he could take people on tours to earth energy sites. And then he had this idea to set up a 900 number, a mystic calling line where psychics such as myself could answer. Called it Mystic Lines.
Yeah, I've totally heard about that. I remember the late night TV commercials.
Right. So that got huge, and my husband worked to keep people on the lines longer and longer to make more and more money. And eventually we sold the business to a major company who runs those premium rate calling centers. Oh, but I realized the commercialization of my powers diminished them. I didn't have psychic insights anymore. When I told people on the phone, I made up. Every so often I get a spark of something, some glance of a vision.
Crazy, the things we do for money sometimes.
No, I guess it was for love, really. I was just following my husband, ex-husband now, trusting he had the right idea about things. Oh, but I want my abilities to come back to me. It would give me the chance to help people again.
And do you think the advent tomorrow will bring them back?
I believe it will.
Hey, could you hold my hand, just to see if you can tell anything?
Well, I can't promise much will happen, but I'll concentrate all my brain power on it, what I have left of it anyway. Oh, all right. I'm getting a line on something quite clearly, which is unusual.
What is it?
It's weird. But I see that you're connected to something that will save you one day.
That is weird. I have no idea what it could be. All right, Gina, May, your turn.
Oh, please, no. I don't want to know anything about the future. I hardly like knowing the present.
I'll just give it a try.
Please, no. Hey, can I ask you both something? How did you learn about Taalius?
I went with a friend to see him in LA the first time. I had been feeling empty for no reason at all that I could think of. My husband Paul and I had everything. He'd been extremely successful, enough so that I've not needed to work, so I had all of this time to think of everything wrong or missing.
Why didn't you volunteer somewhere at least?
I was just in a funk, I guess. But as I sat there and listened to Taalius speak, things just started to reveal themselves.
Ditto for me. I started taking classes. I realized this guy is plugged into something. I think tomorrow is going to be a serious spiritual event for all of us.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I hate to kick you guys out of the room, but I don't want us to get caught. Kayawe's going to be doing check-ins soon.
Yes, we better get going.
Probably best we don't end up in spiritual detention.
Well,
Best of luck to both of you tomorrow. I'll see you on the other side.